Have you ever read an alien romance book that makes you want to break into Area 51? I don't gatekeep. I spent the last year reading over 50 alien romance books, and these are the 9 that I believe you should add to your TBR now. And they're all on Kindle Unlimited. You're welcome. Let's start off with a book I promise you haven't heard of. It has under 200 reviews on Amazon. It is going to make the shortlist of the best books that I've read this year. The book is Alien from Nowhere by Gemma Voss, and I adore this story. FMC Reina kicks, bites, and spits. She is one of the fiercest FMCs I have ever read. Due to her misbehavior, aliens that abducted her decided she wouldn't even be worth the price of auctioning her off, along with her 2 other friends who were kidnapped with her. Instead, she is sedated and placed into the animal cargo hold of the pirate ship. The issue is, her pirate ship is then boarded by another pirate ship, and with it comes Nico, pirate alien who discovers that she is his fated mate. But when she comes to from her sedation, she lets him know with her fists that she will not be owned or tamed. Gemma wove together a story that answered every little detailed question that I had. It didn't skimp on the world building, and it felt like I was just immersed in this story. It just kept getting better the deeper we got. And I not only enjoyed their love story, who they became at the end, I also loved that this story isn't just a romance. It's also a story about female friendship, and I loved that aspect of it because nothing, not even true love, would stop Reina from rescuing her friends. Now, I love a good enemies to lovers book, and on this list I've included 2 of my favorites for this year, but before I get to those ones, let's talk about I Married a Naga by Regine Abel, which is the sweetest book on this list. During a hunt that should have been the pinnacle of her career, our FMC Serena is faced with a unfortunate decision. Saves a child's life, but is then faced with 2 choices: be executed or marry a Naga, a snake-like alien creature that is native to the planet. The answer would have been clear to me, but it did take her some time to make a decision. The story follows her new life on this planet as she works to assimilate in this completely isolated society that's cut off from the rest of the world, all while she faces a mystery that's brewing under the surface. The world building in this book was absolutely incredible, but the story made me cry. Yes, I remember reading this book and just sobbing. Colleen was an incredible character, and the MMC was just so gushy and sweet and considerate. I was a puddle of mush by the time I finished reading it. The next 2 are enemies to lovers books that I adore and were the first 2 books that I gave 5 stars to after months of reading and reviewing books. And the first book is by an author who is mentioned twice on this list. Yeah, she's that good. The book is Alien God by Ursa. Torrance, our FMC, was abducted by the US government along with 3 other women who work in STEM. They were brought to an alien planet and mine them for information and scientific discoveries to then bring back to Earth. But in the midst of their excavation, the alien god who protects that planet makes a sudden appearance. This appearance is coupled with almost killing everybody that she knows on her fleet team as they all try to escape. Sadly, she wasn't a part of that escape. Yeah. When he discovers her, she then turns into his prisoner. What I loved about this story is there was no insta-love involved. He thought that she was kind of ugly and weird looking, and she wanted nothing to do with him. He literally tried to kill her and locked her away in a tower. Yeah. Escape available to her. The story actually evolves into a fake dating, marriage of convenience plot while they try to unravel a massive mystery in the story. This was another book with incredible world building that made me want to visit this alien planet. Okay. If you loved that book because of the enemies to lovers bit about it, then I have to tell you about the next book I regretted not reading as soon as I was a few chapters in. It sat on my TBR for months, and I was so angry when I got a few chapters in and realized up by not reading this book as soon as you added it to your TBR list. The book is Desire in His Blood by Zoey Draven. The story opens to Gemma Hara, first daughter in the House of Hara, trying to keep her family afloat. Her family name used to be associated with heroism, but was instead marred by the fact that her father has descended into gambling debts and being seen as a moody former war hero. She works to try to repair things. Seeing that there was no hope for her family, she decides to accept a monetary offer from a Kylor. She'd be able to cover her family's debts and take care of her sisters if she married a Kylor. The mysterious vampiric aliens are known to be bloodthirsty monsters, and Azur, the High Lord of Laras, does nothing to debunk the rumors of their cruelty upon their first meeting. He has his own reasons for their marriage, but they all get flipped on its head the first time he tries her blood. I built such an incredible affinity for them, and I could not put that book down. The B plot just kept giving and also made for an incredible romance. The book would still hold up even without the romance, and to me, that just makes it an incredible story. The last book is another Ursa story. As you can tell, this is an Ursa stan account. Yeah. But this book has such a different feel from Alien God. To me, shows Ursa Dax's range as a writer. The book is married to the alien cowboy. Sylar, our MMC, is a lifer on a prison planet. Meanwhile, Cherry, our FMC, is on the run from a loan shark who means business. She quickly signs up for a bridal program to get her off planet and away from the thugs who want their money back. An event creates a sense of urgency in the plot, and she feels like her time is running out, so she quickly jumps onto a cargo ship, try to meet her future husband early. Yes, her husband, who she does not know is a convict. Yes, this was a fun little rom-com type story. It was also filled with so many heartfelt moments. But if that book isn't angsty enough for you and you want to get back to those enemies to lovers, watch my next video where I tell you about my favorite enemies to lovers books.